February at Gasper Cottage has little treats by the back door in form of these pots of irises, which are just opposite these runner pots that have various evergreens and their hammermelics in the pots, which have been a real delight through the winter. And this, particularly this Trachelospermum jasminoides, is just the picture of health, unlike its twin, the other side on the pergola, which is clearly getting too much exposure. But this is also the season for all the little woodland plants that lurk down by your ankles, and whether it's the little ferns or the cyclamen, and there's just all sorts of little treats coming through. It's just a delight to see. The cyclamen, I need to have more of those. They're tiny but so vivid, really, really bright. And the Euphorbia robii are just coming into flower, so that sort of yellow head is just lifting. In a couple of weeks' time, they'll be right up and vivid and bright. They're just starting to unfurl now. But the leaf form is also a lovely shape at this time. But there's little pulmonaria hiding around and lots of little primroses, which are funny that they will put themselves in places that you'd never think to put them. These are right in with the root ball of a great big shrub, which I don't know how they cope, but they're very happy there. And they do like these little forgotten corners. But this is particularly the season of the hellebores, and I've got lots of hellebores around the garden. In fact, here I've got so many I'm probably going to take some out, but they do go very well with that heather. And this is in the front garden. It's a nice little grouping of different colours. I particularly like that green hellebore. I do quite like a green flower. But these dark ones and the paler ones, when they're backlit, you just get this wonderful selection of colours and light. And they just dangle in the breeze in a very happy way. Up in the corner beyond the hunky punk, there's a Viburnum tinus, which is a pretty dull shrub, but it is at the moment flowering. And it forms a good solid backdrop to currently the bare branches of that Sambucus, which will all come into leaf any minute now, I expect. But there's also lots of things still enjoyed from the winter, effectively. And I've still got the winter stems up, still got quite a lot of grass heads around. And, through that grass heads, as always, I've got the view, which hasn't really shown much signs of spring yet. But when you turn into the garden itself, everywhere you look, there's a sense of anticipation and things are starting to poke their head up. It's a bit like runners just on the starting block. Everyone's flexing their muscles, but they're not actually doing anything very much yet. But they're all just poised for action. Next month, it all really kicks off.